friends, this is the third video of the chapter Admission of a Partner. In the first video, I have discussed the calculation of new profit sharing ratio and sacrificing ratio. In the second part of this chapter, I have discussed about goodwill, the various entries required at the time of admission of a partner for goodwill. This is the third part. In this video, I will be discussing about the revaluation of assets, reassessment of liabilities, entries required, preparation of revaluation account, and then the entries required for accumulated profits and losses. Let us start with adjustment of profit or loss on revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. It is essential to revalue the assets and reassess the liabilities of the firm at the time of admission of a partner, as with the passage of time, the value of some assets might have gone up and the value of other assets might have gone down. Thus, revaluation of assets may result into profit or loss. It must be allocated among the existing partners in their old profit sharing ratio, as the incoming partner has nothing to do with profit or loss arising before his induction into the firm. This is really going to be important. Please note that the profit or loss arising out of revaluation account will have to be shared by the existing partners in their old profit sharing ratio. For this purpose, revaluation account or profit and loss adjustment account is prepared. This account is similar to nominal account, that is, all losses be debited and gains be credited. By doing this, assets and liabilities will be recorded in the books of accounts at their revised values, and profit or loss on revaluation will be shared by the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. All these points are really important. Please remember. What all entries are required if there is a decrease in the value of an asset? We know it is going to be a loss, and that loss has to be debited to revaluation account. The required entry is revaluation account debited to asset account. Increase in value of asset. If the value of asset increases, it is a profit, and that profit has to be credited to revaluation account. Entry is asset account debited to revaluation account. Now let us see the entries for liabilities. If there is an increase in the value of liabilities, we know it is going to be a loss and revaluation account needs to be debited. So the entry is revaluation account debited to liabilities account. If there is a decrease in value of liabilities, it will be a profit, and profit has to be credited to revaluation account. So the entry will be liabilities account debited to revaluation account. Profit on revaluation. When all the adjustments are done, we need to close revaluation account, and if the credit total exceeds the debit total, the difference will be a profit. Profit has to be credited to partners. So entry required is revaluation account debited to partners' capital or current account. If the total of debit exceeds the total of credit, it will be a loss. Loss needs to be debited to partners' capital or current account. So entry required is partners' capital or current account debited to revaluation account. Let us go through the next topic, that is accounting treatment of accumulated profits or losses and reserves. Accumulated profit. A firm may have balance of undistributed profits and reserves, such as reserve fund, general reserve, credit balance of profit and loss account, etc. at the time of admission of a partner. All these profits and reserves belong to old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. What is the entry required? We can see that all the reserves are to be closed, and that's why all these reserves are debited. Reserve fund account debit, general reserve account debit, profit and loss account debit to old partners capital or current account. Old partners capital will be credited in their old profit sharing ratio. Let us now see specific funds. The firm may also have specific funds like investment fluctuation fund, workmen's compensation fund, etc. There are going to be different cases. If there is no liability against these funds, these should also be credited to old partners capital or current account in their old profit sharing ratio. What entry is required? Investment fluctuation account debit, workmen's compensation fund account debit to old partners capital or current account. If there is a liability against workmen's compensation fund, then it should be first charged against workmen's compensation fund and balance be distributed among old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. What is the entry required? Workmen's compensation fund account debit with the total amount of fund available to claim against workmen's compensation fund account. This is a liability. That's why this account needs to be credited, and the balance will be credited to old partners capital account in their old profit and loss sharing ratio. If the liability against workmen's compensation fund exceeds the amount of the fund, in that case, the excess amount be charged with revaluation account. What is the entry required? Revaluation account debit, workmen's compensation fund account debit to claim against workmen's compensation fund account. Revaluation account needs to be debited with that excess amount of liability. We just take an example over here. Suppose the fund available with us is 10,000 and the liability comes to 12,000. So the difference of the fund available and the liability is rupees 2,000. So I shall debit 2,000 to revaluation account. Accumulated losses. Accumulated losses like debit balance of profit and loss account, advertisement suspense account, deferred revenue expenditure, etc. are losses and belong to old partners. So these items should also be written off against capital or current account of old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. What is the entry required? Old partners capital or current account debited to profit and loss account, to advertisement suspense account, to deferred revenue expenditure account. Please note that all these amounts will appear in balance sheet on the asset side. Profit and loss account debit balance will appear in the balance sheet on the asset side. Similarly, if any advertisement suspense account is there or deferred revenue expenditure account is there, all these will have a debit balance. So these needs to be closed, and in the entry, the effect, you can see that these all accounts are credited and partners capital or current account is debited. While solving questions of admission of a partner, following rules be observed. Let us go through the various items one by one and their accounting treatment. First one, the balance of general reserve, reserve fund, profit and loss account, debit balance or credit balance. So this is basically the point of accumulated profits or losses. We know that कि all these accumulated profits or losses belong to old partners in their old ratio. So we need to transfer these amounts to partners' capital account in their old profit sharing ratio. Goodwill appearing in the balance sheet on the asset side. This is what we call as self-generated goodwill or internally generated goodwill. This goodwill needs to be written off at the time of reconstitution of partnership firm. This amount of goodwill will be written off amongst old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Revaluation of assets and liabilities. We already have learned this earlier. So whatever the amount of profit or loss will be there from revaluation account, the same will be transferred to old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Point number 4. Capital and goodwill of new partner brought in cash. What entry do we write? We know like cash comes in, so cash needs to be debited, and cash comes in for the purpose of premium for goodwill and new partner's capital. So the entry required is cash account debited to premium for goodwill and to new partner's capital account. We all know that the amount of premium for goodwill will be distributed amongst existing partners in their sacrificing ratio. Point number 5 is transfer of goodwill share brought in by the new partner among all partners in their sacrificing ratio. The required entry is premium for goodwill account debited to all partners' capital account. Point number 6. If goodwill share is not brought in cash by the new partner, we all know that in that case new partner's capital account will be debited. So the required entry is new partner's capital account debited to old partner's capital or current account. I'm sure like I have made myself clear with the accounting treatment of revaluation of assets, reassessment of liabilities, accounting treatment for accumulated profits, losses and reserves. Thank you so much. Please like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. God bless you all.